Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I'd talk about something really exciting, which is Disneyland Paris. No, this is not a trip announcement, it is just a brand new series that I thought let's do a tips and tricks guide. Because I was an annual pass holder from 2017 to 2018 and I have quite a bit of knowledge that I thought I'd share with you if you're planning on going or whatever you fancy doing. So this is part 1 and today's video will be all about annual passes. Before we get into the video though, I just wanted to talk about my amazing new ears from Ears Ever After. Natasha from Ears Ever After is absolutely brilliant. She is my favourite ear maker. The ears are so comfortable and these are my brand new Donald Duck ears, inspired obviously after my favourite boy. So I just had to get them ready for my Walt Disney World trip. Love it! I'm going to leave all the links down below to her shop. This is not sponsored, I just love her ears, and if you're planning on buying some customised ears, go to Natasha. She is the best. Right, so the first thing that I want to say about an annual pass is they are worth it. If you are planning on going to Disney more than once, do it, because you're just going to save yourself so much money. It's unbelievable. So there are 4 tiers of annual passes. The lowest is the Discovery Annual Pass, Magic Flex, Magic Plus, all the way up to Infinity. The one that I got was the Magic Plus. So that's the second tier, and to be honest, this is the one that I'd recommend getting because it's not nearly half as expensive as the Infinity, and you only can't go 10 days. With the Infinity you can go every day of the year, but with this one there's only 10 days that you can't go, and like, it's not that bad. So the prices have gone up, but because this is from 2017, this cost me $249 back then. But now, obviously, the prices have gone up. So I thought I'd just explain a bit about each tier of annual pass first. So we'll start with Discovery because it's the lowest tier. So you can get the Discovery Annual Pass, which is great. You can go for 150 days out of the year and it costs €149. What you need to remember though is that you get no benefits with this one. You can add parking on for an extra $40, so if you're going to drive there a lot you can get that for free. But personally I wouldn't go for this one because you don't get the discounts in the restaurants and in the shops and at the hotels and stuff. So it's great if you're just going for the sake of going, but you only get 150 days and yeah, I wouldn't do that. Sorry if I keep looking down, I'm just checking my phone. I'm currently using the information from dlptownsquare.com and I will leave a link to that below if you want to use any of their knowledge because I find them really good for helping you. Yeah. The next annual pass is the Magic Flex Annual Pass and this costs $219. So with the Magic Flex you get 300 days in the park of times that you can go. Your parking is included, you get 10% off Disney shops, and you can get a Disney hotel room from $129. So you also get 20% off one-day Disney park tickets. So say you were going with friends who didn't have an annual pass, you could get them in for a lot cheaper than what you would normally if you were just buying tickets on the day. As well as this, I will now start talking about this, which is the Photopass, and with the Magic Flex you can get that for $55 and this will last you the entire year rather than the length of your stay, which the normal Photopass does. However, what I will mention is with the Magic Flex you get no dining discounts, only in the shop. The next one that I'm going to talk about is the Magic Plus one. This costs now $259, so it hasn't gone up that much since 2017, only by $10, so I'd still class it as a good I'd still class it as a good purchase. You get a lot more with this pass, a lot more. You get extra magic time, so the hour in the morning you get to go in even if you're staying off site. You get 350 days worth of park days that you can go in. I believe that the only dates that you can't go is like the week after Christmas and the week of Halloween. I'll write down here exactly what the dates are though. You get 10% discount in Disneyland Paris shops. You also get Disney hotel rooms from €129. You get a 20% off one-day park ticket again. You get 10% off the restaurants. You get 20% off the Buffalo Bills Wild West show, which I thoroughly recommend doing if you've never done it before. But even if you've done it, go again. It's a different experience every time you go because it's just so magical, and there's obviously different cast members. Love it. I really recommend you go to see that. You get 10% off at Golf Disneyland, 10% off the Disney store in France. So say you was going to take a day trip to Paris, you could go and get 10% off at the Disney store there. As well as the 20% off one-day park tickets, you can also get up to 10 throughout the year, one-day 2 park tickets per year for your friends at a discounted price of €39. And I went with my brother and his girlfriend. We used that because €39 for a park ticket for a day is so cheap. I think it's like over £100 now. So the savings on that is ridiculous. Like, you see why I did it. You get a separate entrance to everyone else in the park because you're fancy. You get free use of strollers and wheelchairs. So if you've got an elderly person or someone who can't walk very far, you can go and buy it. Well, don't have to buy it, you just get it for free. A wheelchair, or if you've got a child and you're going on the plane and you don't want to bring your stroller, you can just get a free stroller. It's so worth it. You can also get free use of kennels. So say if you, it's kind of that kind of only things if you live in France, but you can take your dog, he can stay in the kennel all day, you go in the park, you pick him up at the end of the day, or her, whatever. But that's really good, I love that. And free guest storage. Now this is incredible. The line for it is very long, but it's always going to be very long. So on your last and first day, say you got there quite early and you didn't have time, and like your check-in isn't till 3 and you got there at like 10, there's no point wasting your day stuck at the hotel with your luggage. So what you can do is you can drop off your luggage and then go spend some time in the park, then pick up your luggage and then go back to your hotel to check in. Equally, on the day you leave, obviously you want to still go into the park, so you can bring your storage in, bring your luggage in, go to guest storage, drop it off, and then when you're ready to leave, you just take your stuff and then you can go. It's amazing. I love that service so much. You also get a free, like, non-alcoholic cocktail type thing in all the Disneyland Paris restaurants, and you have access to some annual pass holder parties, which is really good. Then the final annual pass is the Infinity Annual Pass. Now this one is obviously the most expensive one. It costs $399. You can see why I went for the Magic Plus rather than the Infinity, because there's quite a big price difference in those two hotels. Hotels? What am I on about? Annual passes. So with this you get 365 days into the park, parking included, 20% off shops, your photo pass is included. Oh, that's another thing, you get photo pass for, I think it's, did it say? The Magic Plus you get your photo pass for €49 for the year. That's something to mention, sorry. Your photo pass does come free though with the Infinity. That's something to mention. 15% off restaurants, 20% off Buffalo Bills, 10% off Golf Disney, 10% at Disney stores in France, 15% off Disney Character Breakfast in Plaza Garden. You get up to 20 one-day park tickets for €35, so that's even cheaper, and you get more. Reserved, the same entrance that the Magic Plus people get, the Infinity Pass people get. That's a reserved entrance. Extra magic time, free use of strollers, wheelchairs, kennels and guest storage. The non-alcoholic cocktail in restaurants. Invitations to special events and film screenings with priority registration, I would like to point out. You get a privileged car park, so you can be the closest. It's like there's like a barrier and then you're literally like the first people closest to the park, which is great. I wish we had that for that. You get VIP areas for Disney Stars on Parade and illuminations, a dedicated phone line to the concierge with concierge service, free access to swimming pools by reservation at Sequoia Lodge, Newport Bay and New York, and access to all after hours event parties. So that was some great information from DLP Town Square. I will make sure to link them below. I'm really sorry that I was looking at my phone, but it's a lot of information and I can't remember it all in my head. So yes, so that's all the different branches of the annual pass. Now, I'd like to talk about being disabled and getting an annual pass. Another reason why I decided to get the annual pass was because if you have a disability, you can get a carer in for free. So if I've already got the annual pass, you can still do it through this, but you don't actually have to pay. So because you've already bought your annual pass, you just go up to Donald's desk at the beginning of the park and be like, hey, I need a carer's pass, I've got an annual pass, and they'll give it to you, which is great because you're just saving yourself money in the long run. Because at the end of the day, when you have a disability, you need someone there, so that's the reason why they have that on. All you need to do is go up to them. You need to make sure that you take your documentation to prove you have your disability, because you have to do that in Paris, and they will give it to you, and then you can both go in. So that is a reason why we got this, because I knew that I was going to be coming more than once with different people, so I would be going and getting the free passes, and it saves you a bit of money as well, so why not? Once I bought my annual pass, you have to go to the annual passport desk type thing where you like actually get your pass, because I bought my pass at the entrance of the park and then went all the way down to the passport once I was in and got everything sorted there. So with that, they will take all your information and then they will take your photo. I've got my ears on there. They're another pair of ears ever after ears that I have. Here, once you've done that, you also have to mention, if you have a disability, that you have one, because then they will give you a green card. So this is what you would normally get from the town hall, but if you have to do it there, so you get the one for the year. So what they'll do is, instead of just giving you a paper copy, they'll photocopy it so you can use it throughout the whole year. So look, so mine has the dates on it. So it had 31st of August 17 to the 30th of August 18, and it's got a tick if they've crossed the fact that it's an annual pass. And it's just, this is such, and then on the back it will say what you've got wrong. So mine is guest with difficulty standing or walking. So this is something that I thoroughly recommend that you do if you have a disability. So yeah, this was like the dream card really for me, because I really struggle with queues. I can't do them. Where I have cerebral palsy, it affects me to the nines. I don't have the strength in my legs to queue for the amount of time that you can queue in the parks. So having this is great. So make sure that you do this at the annual passport checkout place. But make sure you don't lose it, because this will be your guide for the whole year of your annual pass. And obviously when the time comes to renewing your pass, you can obviously go and get a new one with the same thing. Now, I want to talk about the Photopass. I delved into it a little bit earlier. So the Photopass is where you get all your the rides that do photos. There's not that many in Disneyland Paris, but the rides that do photos, the characters that have Photopass, so you'll get them all scanned onto here, and then there's an app on your phone that you can use that will connect them all together, and you can have the downloads there for free. Well, it's not free because obviously I paid money for it, but you can get them on there, so then you can just upload them and then you can print them out as you like. Now, I love this so much. The Photopass, I know that a lot of people moan because there's not that many Photopass opportunities, but I paid, what, $49, I think it was? Dollars? I've gone to America. 49 euros for the annual pass. Oh my gosh. I paid 49 euros for the Photopass, and I think over the year I got 300 photos. It's worth it. I'd say if you was only going for one trip, I wouldn't, but if you're getting an annual pass, get the photo pass, because you can get so many nice photos. So please, I implore you to get a photo pass. And if you get the Infinity Pass, the photo pass comes free anyway. So yeah. The next thing that I want to talk about is Disney hotels. Now, I got 40% off hotels with the Magic Plus annual pass. So I stayed at Davy Crockett Ranch and Santa Fe, cheaper than off-site hotels, honestly, and they're fantastic. You get your extra magic time included, which is great, because if you don't have an annual pass, or if you're with someone that doesn't have an annual pass and you stay off-site, only you could have gone in. So it's worth staying in a hotel for that extra magic time. Yeah, so you get that, and then you can obviously get quicker bus transfers. And yeah, I think if you're going to stay in Disney, if you can afford it, stay in Disney rather than a partner hotel. And especially with an annual pass, with those discounts, it just makes it worth it. They can be very expensive if you don't have an annual pass. So, like, because before, on my first trip, I stayed in the Kyriad, which was lovely, but the transportation between the hotel and the park, it was 20 minutes. I mean, between here and Santa Fe, it was like 5. So, I'd recommend staying in a Disney hotel if you can afford it. Ring them up. Yeah, so that's the whole shebang with hotels. I've probably spewed on for ages, and now I don't know what I was saying. The next thing that I want to talk about with annual passes is annual pass parties. Now, they are such a good way to utilise your annual pass. I went to the Fan Days event last June, and although it wasn't a event that was specifically for only annual pass holders, we got a discounted ticket, and it was, as much as the character queues were something to be desired, it still was one of the best nights I've ever spent in Disney. So, there has recently just been, literally on Friday, I'm filming this on Sunday, last Friday, Pirates and Princesses annual pass holder party. Now this, from people's Instagrams, looked incredible. And you get exclusive access to character meets and shows that have stopped going on, like the Princess Starlit Waltz was there. Sorry, the Princess Starlit Waltz was there, and that show, it just brings back all the feels from 2017. So if you are an annual pass holder, try and get tickets, or if you're free, try and get tickets for the parties, because they're just incredible. So the annual pass holder parties are such a good way to utilise your pass, so please use it, just please, because I can't explain it fully, because the feeling when you're at one of them is just incredible. If you become an annual pass holder, just go to one and just see how you feel, because I know mine wasn't an exclusively pass holder only party, but Fan Days was incredible. Yeah, absolutely incredible. If you are from the UK and you want to buy an annual pass, there are 2 ways that you can buy them. The first is over the phone. So yes, so you can buy it over the phone, which would be paid for in £, and they will send you a paper ticket that you can then exchange in the park at the annual passport place for your annual pass. Or equally, you can go on the day and buy a temporary park annual pass and then go to the place where you buy it and then exchange it there. It's such a simple thing to do. And yeah, honestly, every single time that someone mentions to me, oh, I'm buying an annual pass, I get so excited for them, because I just remember all of the fun times that I had with my annual pass. And yeah, and it's so nice to meet other people with annual passes as well, because I met my friend Serena actually at Fan Days, and we are now like literally we are the best of friends. and she also had an annual pass, and we were like chatting about our annual passes, and it brings people together. People, get an annual pass. If you're thinking about it, just take the plunge and do it. I've realised that it is an expensive thing to do because obviously it's a lot of money in one step, but you can also pay monthly. This does work out more expensive in the end, but if that's the only way you can afford it, that's the only way you can afford it. But if you're going to take the plunge, just do it. Annual passes are incredible, and it gives you an excuse to go back to Disney all the time. Another thing that I'd like to mention about annual passes is that you can also sponsor a friend's annual pass. So say they wanted to buy one, you go up with them and you just say, oh, I'd like to sponsor this person to get an annual pass. This is a really good system that Disney has. If you get 3 people that you can sponsor for their annual passes, you then get a free 6-month annual pass. So that's effectively you get 6 months for free. It's worth it if you can find the people that want one. Not only this, but the people that you are sponsoring will get a 10% off their annual pass as well. So if you can, do that. So if you can, try and get someone to either sponsor you or sponsor someone. Obviously you can only sponsor someone if you already have the annual pass, but you'll be given a form to fill in if you're the person that's sponsoring the person, and then you can go and forward and do that. I hope all this information has been really helpful to you if you are thinking about getting an annual pass. The one thing that I will say that I've always said throughout this video is please do it if you are thinking about it, because it was the best thing that I ever did, and it gave me so much confidence, and yeah, words cannot explain how much I loved my annual pass. Like, I still have it, and it ran out last August. I don't think I'll ever get rid of it. I'm like, I was once a Disneyland Paris annual pass holder. I'm sure I will become an annual pass holder again, but this year we didn't because of Florida, and obviously it's a lot more expensive than Paris, so I wanted to save all my money for that. But you never know what might happen in the future, so stay tuned. Yes, so thanks guys so much for watching this video. I hope it's been helpful. So this was number 1 in the tips and tricks for Disneyland Paris series. Don't forget to like this video, and please subscribe to my channel and hit that bell button to keep up to date with all of my uploads. I hope you all have a magical day, and I will see you all real soon. Bye!